This video will be episode 24 of the Black Lion Origins campaign. We're on day 175. Last episode, we swelled the ranks of our warband to 109, raiding Vlandian villages, and then we honed those troops, attacking Vlandian nobles and caravans. The dream is that we'll be able to rank up all of these troops to where they're tier 5 archers, and then also we're trying to amass enough gold to kit up our clan members. Once we can get some at least moderate armor and the best bows we can on our clan members, we will be in a position then with a warband of 109 Vlandian sharpshooters or their equivalent. We'll be in a position then to maybe make a stab at being a landowner. Maybe eventually, someday, making a kingdom. I say maybe eventually someday because you have to be clan tier 4 in order to create a kingdom. And we are still clan tier 3. All of that aside, I kind of wanted to take an opportunity in this episode in order to talk to you guys about, where we're at in the game and where other people normally are, and even where I was in the game when I was playing the actual Black Lion campaign at this point. So we're at clan tier 3, and we've had several offers from kingdoms to allow me to swear my allegiance to them and become a vassal. I don't like to do that. Not only because I feel like it's kind of I don't know, it feels very dishonest because you go through a whole chat dialogue with that kingdom's king, and he swears you to loyalty to that kingdom for the rest of your days. And I like to, my preferred way to play the game is to have my own kingdom. And so, knowing that, I don't want to then swear an allegiance that I know that I'll break. It feels bad. I know it's silly, but I don't enjoy that bit of RP. And also, it feels a little bit like playing the game on easy mode, because you join a kingdom and immediately you've got a support system and they're just handing you fiefs, and yeah, it just is not the most difficult way to play the game, or the most interesting. So I don't. What I do is I will well, what I did do in the Black Lion campaign at this point in the game was I got leveled up, got clan tier 2, and I got my my brother married and myself married, and I parked them in a town, and I parked in a town with my wife, and we just passed time for 20 years, more than 20 years, until I got a male heir. Now I stopped passing time on occasion because my brother and his wife would on occasion win a tournament, and they would add that gold to my coffers, and my wife in the town we were in would on occasion win a tournament and add that gold to my coffers, and when they did that, I would then take that gold and go buy a workshop somewhere. And so, you know, we had babies, and then my little brother Ferric grew up, and I got him married, and we had more babies, and we save scummed. We save scummed all of the births so that they were male. And that allows you to have a significantly larger warband. Like if you're not careful about the gender of the clan members that you have, then probably the best you can hope for is about 40 clan members, and that's companions included, of course. If you are careful, you can have a warband of 90. I believe that is kind of the cap. So that's a massive difference. And yeah, so we save scummed the pregnancies so that they were all male, so that those males would then grow up and get married and add to the clan rather than get married and subtract to the clan. And so we passed 20 plus years that way, and by the end of it we had a couple of million gold because of those workshops, and because of the tournament winnings. So then at that point I was easily able to purchase armor for my warband and get started, and I had a, not my warband, armor for my clan, and get started with running around as a clan. We never even worked as a mercenary in that campaign. We just started taking fiefs at that point. I waited for a fief to fell. It was Varcheg. I declared war on it and I sieged it. That's the easiest way to take a fief if you're not part of a kingdom or you're not particularly strong as a clan. Because at that point, the best I could put together was a warband of like 130, 120, something like that, I want to say. And they were all bandits, because I didn't hire any mercenaries either. And I was trying to level my roguery skill. So anyway, that's how I managed things in the first campaign. But in this campaign, we're not looking to do that. We're looking to we're gonna pass those 20 years in playtime. Like, we're gonna play it all out. Now I am still intending to pass down the mantle. Like, I will retire this character when he has a son or a genius clan member that I can pass the mantle to. But in the meantime, we're gonna play it out rather than passing time, and there are a lot of reasons for that. Part of what I didn't like most about doing that in the Black Lions campaign was that I had kingdoms die in that space of time, and that's not something that I particularly enjoy. I would rather keep all of my kingdoms in the game, and so we're actually going to actively work to make that happen. Even if we have to stay mercenaries for the rest of the game, that's what we're going to do. But I do think we'll be able to form our own kingdom and still protect the weak kingdoms at the same time, I believe. So yeah, I didn't want to pass time because I didn't want to lose any kingdoms. And also there is an advantage to passing time, or not passing time. in that in the course of those 20 years, my character and my clan members will actually be leveling up. And as you have children that are your gender in the game, they will start out at the level that you were when they were conceived. I believe it's when they're conceived, not when they're born. But that will passively increase the level of all of my clan members and all of my unborn future clan members to be playing these years out, which is a benefit and worth doing. Anyway, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about in concerns with where we're at in the game and where we were at in the game and where we will be. We're not playing this game, the way people would normally do it. I made a little joke here. I didn't kill anything in that fight, and so I cheered as though I had cleared them all by myself. It's really pretty awkward fighting on foot when you're not used to it, especially on a battlefield, not an arena. You can't just chase people down very easily in the battlefield. I'm not enjoying the dynamic of starting the battles on foot and then mounting up on my companion's mount. The reason why I'm not liking this very much is because, well, right now my companion is injured. He's out of battles until he heals up. So yeah, that means I've got to steal a horse from the enemy if I'm going to have a horse, and that doesn't feel good. And then also, the NPCs in this game, I'm given to understand, are their horses in the battles are effectively lame. So their health, maneuvering, and speed are all diminished due to that. And that's why your NPC cavalry don't run around as fast as you do as a general rule. It's kind of lame, if you ask me, but them's the facts, and I certainly felt the effects of that running around on my companion's horse. The maneuvering was not right. I was missing my lance thrusts right and left, and it didn't feel worth it just for a pretty minimal amount of passive athletics EXP. As awesome as it is to get passive athletics EXP, like, I'm in battle enough to make it well worth it to have a worthwhile horse to ride in the course of those battles. Ooh, that is the other I guess I was gonna say that is the medicine skill perk, but I mean the first one you get is massively important, but that third one makes it so that you get medicine skill for everybody that goes down in a battle, not just your troops but the enemy troops as well. Essentially you're trying to save your enemy's troops as well as your own. So that's massive in terms of trying to level your medicine skill, because ideally your troops aren't dying half so often as your enemy troops are. So yeah, don't much enjoy the riding of NPC horses if I can avoid it, and I can. There is opportunity to gain athletic skill. We're up into the 300s of athletic skill at this point, which means that it's going to be more difficult to gain our athletic skill, but it also means that we're doing pretty good for our athletics as it is, so we don't have to stress it as much as we used to, for sure. Do you see? We got that perk and we're immediately getting medicine skill from it. Like, immediately made a medicine skill level, whereas previously
What do you want, stranger?
it comes very slow and very dear getting any medicine skill until you get that perk. Finally, Sassel's back and I can start with the mount. Woohoo! If I can get mounted. That was my own fault. I had kind of readjusted his starting position in the midst of all of the archers, and that was not a preferable thing. See, and this is what I'm saying. This is what you can do if you want to make athletic skill. You can just ride through the enemy, and so long as your troops are close enough to worry the enemy warband, they'll face your troops rather than face you. And while you can take some archer fire here and there, you can be, a little strategic about it, shoot and move, and stay fairly healthy. Pick up some bow skill and some athletic skill. There's a nice perk in the bow skill tree. I want to say, gosh, I can't speak with certainty actually as to what this level 200 bow skill perk does. I think that it's passive EXP daily for all of your ranged troops, but you can imagine just how important that is to me because my entire warband is ranged troops, so passive EXP for all of them, yes please. I like to, like when I see that my enemy is, 300 lengths of distance, whatever measurement this game uses in the distance, I will like to give my troops the follow me command while I go and charge ahead, because I always like to attack the enemy while they're repositioning. They're generally uninterested in fighting you while they're trying to move, and so I like to take that opportunity to get some kills in. But as I approach the enemy warband, I will always give my troops the command to position them where they ought to be and not leave them on follow. Got a Bulger here. Or I think maybe in French that's pronounced Bulgier, something like that. I don't know. Had him throwing axes at me. That is kind of a danger if you start out too close. But I kind of wanted to start out close because I knew my troops were going to be coming, and I didn't want them to get too far ahead of me and out of range of my bow too quickly. I wanted to be able to maximize my effect with it. So anyway, we've hunted some noble warbands and some caravans, and we're amassing our fortunes, and hopefully we will soon have enough money to kit up our clan members, and then we'll be able to move on to bigger and better things. Anyway, this has been episode 24 of the Black Lion Origins campaign, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.